All right. Raise your hand if you got a question for Pettis. Max, go ahead and start us off.
I am muted. Sorry about that. This is Max going from the Going Live Network. Thanks so much for taking the time, man.
No problem, bro.
Just had a quick question. Obviously, you've done a lot in your career, a lot of big fights, a lot of big title fights, but to my knowledge, this is your first fight at Madison Square Garden. Just wondering if you had any extra emotions going into this one.
Yeah, man. First fight in New York City, actually. This is a bucket list for me. Something I've always wanted to do in my career. I was supposed to fight Michael Chiesa in Brooklyn when the Conor McGregor bus situation happened, but I got pulled off that card. So first fight in New York City, definitely a bucket list.
I can't wait to see the fight. Thank you so much for your time, man.
Thanks, bro.
Jonathan
Roblicon, 5 Region Sports. Appreciate the time, Anthony. Short turnaround from your last fight coming into this one. We know the rib was a little bit hurt. How was training camp, and how is it feeling coming into this fight?
Yeah, honestly, in that fight, I had to make a decision to let the rib pop or actually tap out before I got to that point. And I already knew I had a guaranteed spot for the title. I mean, for the playoffs. So it was like a split decision. I had to make, like, do I get injured and possibly get out of the submission or tap out? So injuries happen in this sport, this format, you're definitely staying busy. A couple of weeks ago I fought, but the rib feels good. Training camp, I mean, we changed the mindset a little bit. Last fight I was just point sparring them and I was trying to just survive and not get hurt. Wrong mindset going into these fights. So this one is a must win.
For sure. Good risk management, by the way. That's a very smart move by you. Who do you feel the rematch benefits more on the mental side of it? Do you feel like it's him because he got the win before, or do you feel like it's you because you're more motivated?
A little bit of both, honestly. I've had rematches, and I've won all my rematches. He's caught me in a submission, man. Like no lie, he caught me in a position that I initiated. That's what kind of like is frustrating about the whole thing is, I don't usually shoot takedowns. I was winning to stand up, but I was trying to play it safe because I knew I had a fight. I had this fight coming up that really mattered. So I got caught, wrong mindset. I'm living and I'm learning still. And even though I've been in the sport for a long time, I'm still learning.
Learning every day. I appreciate your time, man. Good luck this Friday.
Thanks, bro.
Conan.
Hey, Anthony. After your loss to Stevie, were there things you added or you changed in your training?
Yeah, most definitely. I added Eric Koch, a training partner, sparring partner that I've actually used a lot in my career. Me and Eric Koch used to live together when I won the WC world title. Southpaw, a great fighter. And just the mindset, honestly, like I won that last fight thinking I had to survive and not get hurt. This time I'm looking to finish.
Between Clay, Raush, and Stevie, who do you consider as your toughest PFL opponent so far?
I'm sorry, I missed that one. Say it again. Between
Clay, Raush, and Stevie, who do you consider as your toughest PFL opponent so far?
Clay Collard by far. Yeah, Clay Collard that's one fight I thought I would see again. It's crazy to not even see him in the playoffs. But yeah, Clay Collard for sure. His pace and his boxing and his body work was something I wasn't expecting.
You've been with the PFL for more than a year now. What do you consider as your favorite experience with the PFL?
I love the season format of it. There's a real off season. You feel like a real athlete. The first year I didn't know what to expect. I took it as like a regular fight. I did a 2-month training camp, and then I fought Clay Collard, and I had injuries. I had stuff that I couldn't have a full training camp with for the Haoush fight. So I learned from that season. I preloaded my training. I started in December, so I've been in camp for a long time. This season there's fans, so definitely a difference when the fans are in the arena.
I'm curious if you have family or friends who are going to watch from Milwaukee who are traveling to New York to watch on Friday.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think my family, my friends, and all of my fans that actually come support out. They're in Atlanta. They'll be out here in New York and wherever the championship ends up being.
Okay, last question for me. Could you please tell us what is the long-term goal for your own promotion, Anthony Pettis Fighting Championship?
Yeah, man. I just set out to provide a platform for these younger generation fighters to get showcased. I think me up and coming, the way I did it was, fighting in sports bars and Harley Davidson dealerships. And now the sport's growing a little bit where we can actually put on lower level productions that at our higher level, you know. So these guys that are getting a chance to showcase their skills not only in front of the local crowd, but in an international world audience.
Okay, I have many more questions, but I'll give that to others. Congratulations in advance. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, man.
All right. Any more last questions for Pettis before we let him go? Dylan.
Hey there, Anthony. I appreciate you making some time.
Of course.
I'm just wondering because, like, one of the last, media scrums we had, I was talking about Angelo Pettis, and he's getting ready to, make that big debut in August. Have you gotten a chance to work with him in this camp or even offer insights ahead of this fight?
Not this camp, but I mean, when he started training, I was with him every day. Like when I was in Milwaukee before even COVID happened, he was already training. We almost couldn't find an opponent for this card. Actually, we couldn't. No one would take the fight at an amateur level. They were trying to get paid for it. I'm like, yeah, he's an amateur. So we had one of our guys got injured and opened up a spot for him to jump in last minute.
Awesome. Appreciate the insights, man. Best of luck in the fight.
Thank you.
All right. Any last ones? Going once. Sold. All right. You're all set in this room. Thanks, Pettis. Appreciate you, brother.